So you don't want to put yourself in that position where you have to actually win that race or get however is a top 4 that advances from that race. Correct?
Oh, the start screen is not the normal one. They're starting in front of Monocle Rock.
Okay, let me catch up here.
And we have Breastickle heading towards Vanilla Level 2, and it is a lake, so this is going to be either Mixed Overworld or Second Quest. Oh, and I didn't see it, but according to chat, we have already confirmed that this is a boomstick seed. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, in a boomstick seed, and we have a... Sorry for interrupting myself, but the wooden sword is in its normal location. But yes, in a boomstick seed, the book replaces the expensive magical shield in a shop, and if they get the wand in the book, instead of its normal function, which is to act as a candle effect, it will instead have the effect of bombs. Now, we just saw the coast item, but I couldn't quite tell what it was there. Did you see what that was?
I did not. I'm still having issues with getting the multi-twitch up at the moment, which is kind of why I haven't really been commenting on much.
Yeah, it looked like it was either the shield or maybe the recorder or something. It was, I think it might have been the that magical shield, which is normally shuffled into the dungeons when they have a boomstick seed. And Crimson takes a candle from a Take Any and finds level 4.
Definitely vanilla color palettes here.
Yep. And
rooms are
Breastickle takes a heart from... That's the vanilla level 3 location. But
it does not appear that shapes are in play.
I can't quite tell yet. I don't think, doesn't look like it, but, it's a little early to tell. We've only seen 3 rooms.
Correct. But it does appear that was at least, it could have been coincidental, but it looked like that was vanilla 4 shape.
Yes, that was
Crimson picking up the heart since he already has the candle.
Yes, Grim will find another. He'll pick up the heart.
Hey, so it does appear that it's still second quest overworld. At least it appears that way. We saw Breastickle bomb a spot, and it did not yet. And there's another one. It looks like second quest overworld.
Yeah, looks like second quest overworld. It also looks like it might be 0 HP enemies. Oh, and we found the magical sword up in the northeast, just south of the Letter Cave. And in the large secret area, we instead have a medium secret. Money-making game is still a money-making game, so that hasn't changed.
It does appear that the secrets are all vanilla.
Yes, when the secrets are vanilla, the shops are also vanilla, and vice versa. So we saw the vanilla shop prices. Those are on the same flag. So we will have vanilla secrets and vanilla shops. And I think also that waves.
We see Crimson wrapping over to the graveyard area. Well, Breastickle appears to be going to check for the Armos item potentially. 50-50 shot that the Armos item is going to be the power bracelet. And that it's going to be in its vanilla spot.
Didn't look like it was. Oh. Think so. I'm not that familiar. I might have gotten confused on. No, that's not the normal spot. I forgot which one was normal. Oh,
No,
we have simultaneous dungeon entrances. We have Crimson in 1 and Breastickle in 6.
This could be a big opportunity for Crimson, depending on what's in level 1. Obviously, level 1 having 2 items, one on the floor and one in a staircase. It depends, of course, on whether or not the drop rooms are shuffled. It looks like it is not.
Yep. And yes, it is looking like shapes, so Crimson will go in or not shapes. So he'll go in and out, and the bomb wall opens. I definitely think we have normal dungeon layouts. And we find the recorder in level 1 on the ground. Bomb upgrade price is shuffled. That was... I didn't see exactly what that was, but it was cheap.
I didn't see it either. I was still having some technical difficulties. I believe I've got my technical difficulties finally figured out, as I have both streams in sync finally. All right, so BT opted out of... That was level 4 or level 5?
Level 6.
Missed it entirely. But Crimson has to be careful with only one key. It does look like a key-heavy level 1. He does find the diamond staircase. Let's see what level 1 has in store for us. It is Lord Banana. Lord Banana. Oh, hell. If it is indeed a 0 HPC, that is actually fine. I don't know. Crimson opted not... Oh, he did grab it. Okay.
Yeah, it's looking like... Yeah, this looks like a 0 HPC.
Confirm that at this point, and Crimson finds the Triforce, and he's out of there. I did not see if he grabbed the second item. Now that I finally got the streams up and I can actually watch what's going on.
He got both items. It was the recorder and Lord Banana.
Oh, and with the second quest overworld, that recorder is going to be a big find early. But
yes,
of course,
yes it is. And Breastickle into level 2 now.
If he finds the level 1, he's going to dig it. He'll find the recorder, so he should be fine.
Oh, you can't miss it. It's in that room just north of start, I think. Maybe it was 2 north, but either way,
Armos item.
You cannot miss the recorder unless you just forget to kill the room.
Well, Crimson went to the vanilla Armos screen and found a secret, not the power bracelet. So we'll have to wait.
It's got to be one of the
Armos
2 in the wood, in the forest there, because we already saw the other one, the one in the northeast.
Yeah, the one by Vanilla 5, which was staircase, I believe. So,
yes, it had a shop.
So both runners simultaneously in 2. BT has dug a lot more of it, so he should be out of here relatively soon. Crimson right behind him. Crimson finds the Triforce room, but it's the map. So yes, I think that's safe to say that the Triforce rooms are shuffled.
Yeah, well, we saw the Triforce not in its normal room over in level 1.
Yeah, you're right. Correct.
And we do have shuffled enemy groups because we have Wizrobes in 2.
HP enemies. The Wizrobes aren't nearly as intimidating as they would normally be, but you still don't want to take too many Wizrobe hugs.
Yeah, they still do a
deal.
lot of damage, and the blue ones are still very hard to deal with because of the way they move around. And there's the Triforce. Breastickle will not take that yet because he still needs to find the item, and Crimson takes a death.
Ooh, Wizrobe hug. Still, at least a death in level 2 isn't nearly as costly as, say, a death in level 8.
Oh, and we have found the item! It is the bow!
Ooh,
And that was
Breastickle has
picked up
found the
on
D.
Breasticle's side, and now he'll grab the Triforce and leave level 2.
Breastickle getting the D and out of level 2 with 2 Triforces and the bow. So if Ganon is required, it is a good thing for both runners because I'm sure Crimson will find the bow relatively soon as well.
Ooh, but he takes another death. This, oh, I hadn't even noticed. He's fighting a Lenmola. That is even worse than those Wizrobes.
They're tough. It's a good thing if you've got the wand or the arrows, you can kill them from a distance relatively quickly. But I mean, unless you've got magic sword or you can tank them with the blue or the red ring, they can really do a lot of damage.
And he picks up the bow, but he dies to the spike trap. That's a rough one. But now he has the compass, so he knows exactly where to go now. He'll just
he'll be grateful to get out of this level 2 with the item and the Triforce. Even though 0 HP enemies, like we were saying, you still don't want to take Wizrobes or these Lionels that BT is dealing with for granted. They can still put you back a few minutes if you take an untimely death. Oh,
and
like
he'll
that!
just head on through.
You dying on Death Mountain.
And he'll clear out that room and grab the Triforce out of level 2.
So BT's now in the forest.
And
Let's see if we find the Armos item.
Ooh, Breastickle decides to buy a candle. He's not going to find a free one. And I think that means that the Armos item has to be... Oh, wait. Oh! No, the Armos item is at the blue ring shop, and it is the silver arrows!
So Crimson has the silver arrows, and BT, I'm sure, hasn't checked that area yet. I'm sure he'll find it, but a good find for Crimson to find the silvers early. And is required. He's set. All he needs is the ladder, and he can be in go mode.
Even if it's not... Oh, and we find our first item in level 8. It is the scrap metal. But, yeah, early silver arrows, even if Ganon's not required, that's a good thing. Well, 0 HP seed, the only time you'd need the arrows is for a Goma, which we do have in level 8, but yeah, I was still thinking arrows are never a bad thing to have for a Darknut set because of those pulse voices, but 0 HP.
Well, they still take care of it relatively quickly. Alright, so we got a potential ladder block in 8. We'll
see. If something happens to be in the book's normal location, in that spot just all the way west of the start, but
we'll see as we see Crimson dealing with gorillas.
And he finds a heart container in the Triforce room.
So he'll be able to have a good shot at that white sword item, and I don't
Actually,
believe
it's
the runners have
guaranteed
found
it now. They both are if they find it.
Yeah, they both find heart containers, so both our runners
at
have 6
6
heart
hearts.
containers now. So I don't believe we found the location of the white sword item yet, have we?
No, we have not.
But if the wooden sword was in its vanilla spot,
But it wasn't.
it wasn't. Remember, I missed the first part of the race, so I do apologize.
It's fine. I don't remember exactly where it was. They found it, but oh no, my mistake. Wood sword was in its vanilla location. That's right. It just Start wasn't in its vanilla location, but the wood sword was in the Start cave. My mistake.
Okay. Oh, I'm watching it on a multi Twitch, so I should. Okay.
It's fine, JSR. I made that same mistake on my first couple of talking directly to Jammy.
All right, so getting back to the action, BT deep into level 8 now. I don't know if he's found any of the items in 8 yet. Has he?
He found one. It was the inferior model and
Superior model.
And he finds the other, and it's the red candle, and
Oh, and he just bought the blue candle.
yeah, he did, and he bought it. He didn't even take the free one, and Crimson has to be very close to a full clear of 5, and he'll find the item. It is the any key. That is a good find as well.
So Crimson, everything is coming up Millhouse for him at the moment. BT getting unfortunate luck with his items in level 8. Of course, that may or may not come back to bother Crimson when he gets into 8, depending on whether or not he needs anything. I mean, at this point, all he really needs is a ladder, and he'll be able to fly.
Okay, Chad is pointing out that level 8 was under a burn bush, so he did need that blue candle to get the red candle.
That's a good point.
I didn't see him enter level 8, so I didn't realize that. It says Spectacle Rock is an entrance to death, but that's just, these are vanilla hints. That is probably not actually true.
Oh, man, you're drunk. So yeah, he's really close to a full clear of 5 at this point.
Yeah, but he gets the
He finds
Triforce,
the
and so does Breastickle over in level 8.
Simultaneous Tringles. Of
Just
course, having
about.
8 at this point, depending on what Crimson needs, that could either be a bad thing or a good thing that BT has that way. But of course, BT still needs to find the silvers, which we know are the Armos item, and then he also still needs Porter. And I noticed that he doesn't have the recorder on.
Correct. He has not been to level. Well, no. He has not been to level 1 yet.
So, depending on how many recorder blocks we have in Second Quest Overworld, of course, there's a lot of potential ones. This could end up being big break for Crimson. We'll have to wait and see.
And we have Crimson into level 4 now. Ooh, another Wizrobe set.
the seeds require that there's at least two dungeons of each enemy set, and then the other ones can all be random, correct?
Correct. Now, I haven't actually been counting sets. I know this is the second. I believe we've seen 2 Wizrobe sets, 2 Darknut sets, and a Guerilla set, I think.
I know we've definitely seen 2 Wizrobe sets for sure.
Or am I miscounting? Well, yes, 2 and 4 are both Wizrobe sets. 1 was a Guerilla set. I believe 8 was 8 the Darknut set?
Was the Darknuts correct?
And I forget what 5 was. I know we've seen 5 because Crimson
Ladder
nearly
item
full
on
cleared
the
it.
coast is the big shield. BT
Okay,
opting
yes,
not to
that's
get
what it looked like.
So BT not getting the big shield because
BT
why
doesn't
not?
have the ladder yet. Neither of them do.
I completely, yeah, of course.
But yes, I'll take the question mark off of the shield label. I thought we had seen that, but it was so quick that I couldn't confirm before.
BT heading into Vanilla 1 as Crimson's still digging level 4. Gotta love that at least that it's a 0 HP seed with all the Wizrobes that we're dealing with in the early part of the seed, because
Yes, but
early Wizrobes can be a pain in
looks
the
like
neck.
boss HP is randomized. That was a very tough Aquamentus. And Crimson's going to... Ooh, if this is the... Oh, right. I keep forgetting. 0 HP. There is no such thing as a really toy. And there's the wand! You were just saying that that's what he's looking for right now. He has the wand, and he has the money for a boomstick.
So we may be seeing the boom here very soon, especially considering how many bookshops there are on the overworld in this seed. We've seen
Yeah,
at
this
least
could
40.
be a... This could be quite a quick seed for Crimson. It seems like he's found everything in the right order.
It is kind of a shame that it always seems to be where you can get early boomstick and it's always a 0 HP seed, it seems. So I don't know if he'll necessarily opt to get the book. I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah, and it's not shapes either. In shapes, boomstick is still very useful because it means you don't have to worry about bombs in 9, but it's not shapes either, so...
Well, he is opting to buy the book, so boomstick is on.
Well, boomstick is never a bad thing, really. You can kill just about any enemy at a distance.
Tests his shiny new stick as we see BT picking up the silver arrows from the Armos location. So both our runners now equipped for a potential Ganon fight.
Yeah.
So we could be seeing a very quick seed here.
You got the any key, you got the boomstick. It's a 0 HP seed, so shutter doors won't be a problem. You can open pretty much anything except for a solid wall.
So BT heading into 4.
Where he'll face the wrath of the blue Lanmolas.
The Lamole. What's the plural for Lamola? Is it Lamolas? Lamole?
I think it's Lanmolas. Ooh, nicely
Careful
done by
here.
BT, clipping onto the
Yes.
river.
Very swaggy by BT, using his silver arrows to his advantage to dispatch these annoying Lambo lay.
Yes.
Well done.
And we have Crimson into level 7. He is going to find that, seems that recorder was required, and not because it was second quest. That is a... Well, actually, level 7, there might have been a workaround, but, we'll have to see if the spot directly north of the start would have opened up, but
Yeah, he didn't opt to try to bomb any of the walls, but if that ends up being the case, hopefully for Breastickle, he finds level 1 before level 7, otherwise it could cost him some time. But Boomstick working wonders for Crimson as he's just making mincemeat out of this level 7.
actually that's right. If it's not shapes, then anything that would be an entrant and opening normally will still be an opening, correct?
Pretty much. I mean, there's always the chance the path could change, but as far as I...
Right, yeah, if rooms get shuffled and something that's normally has a door to the east becomes a corridor staircase, I guess that could make a difference, but
So Crimson is going to opt to dig into level 7 a little bit, which, if it's the latter, could definitely be the right play. But there's no guarantee that ladder is going to be required at this point, is there?
no, I don't think there is. I don't think we've seen any ladder blocks yet.
I mean, obviously, you still want the ladder. There's so many potentials of blocks as we see BT going up to the wand room.
Yes.
Well, it looks like the ladder to get the item in 7, if there's no way around.
Could be, could be.
So now
there's reverse C. It's another dig dogger. Let's see if that is the item. Nope, that is a passage.
BT out of level 4.
Maybe this will be the item. No. Oh boy, is that a troll passage going one room?
It very well could be.
I think that is because, yeah, if this isn't shapes, so there should only be one passage staircase. That is funny.
That's how Randomizer goes. It likes to mess with you a little bit with that, but luckily Crimson realized that did waste a few minutes in that area. He'll head on over, I imagine, to the Triforce room. I don't know if he'll continue
He's
to dig.
still looking for items, but I think he'll probably head for the Triforce pretty soon, and then figure that maybe the item is in the lower part.
I mean, considering a 0 HP seed and the fact that we don't know that there's a ladder block, I might be willing to skip level 7 in this case. I don't know if that's necessarily the right play, but 7 is such a large dungeon that...
And we've got BT in level 1, so we'll see. He should find a couple of nice items. South of Arrow Mark hides a secret. I'm not so sure. And there's BT with the recorder.
BT, because if level 7 is recorder blocked, or a dungeon ends up being recorder blocked in this overworld, that could have potentially trolled him a bit, but he should be set up at this point. Both runners in good position to fly. The only thing we're really missing at this point is the ladder.
Yep.
So Crimson's
So that's interesting. We have vanilla hints, but it's not just vanilla first quest hints. That south of arrow mark is from second quest.
interesting. We do finally see Crimson grabbing.
And we found the item in level 7. It is the power bracelet.
Potentially. Obviously, we haven't seen where the any roads are at this point, with the 50-50 shot of the any roads being in their vanilla spot, though. Kind of a Crimson, but still could have been worse.
Oh, and it wasn't south of the arrow mark. It is the arrow mark hiding the secret, and it's level 3.
So, wow.
So
okay.
power bracelet was required.
Yeah.
The item in level 7 was required.
Interesting.
That's right. How did I already forget that we do have a second quest overworld? I was, as soon as he picked up the power bracelet, I was about to say it's not as big with first quest overworld, but I guess I've had 2 races almost back to back. I think the last one was first quest. I'm confused.
I mean, it happens. That's what the beauty of these Swiss flags is you have to know your overworlds. You have to know where the different whistle spots and push block spots are. And
yes,
obviously,
that's true. This is vanilla. Last was shapes. This is second quest. That one was first quest. It's but they were both boomstick. And that'll probably be the item. Actually, yeah, it has to be, because this is vanilla. It is the ladder.
Ooh,
Oh,
good.
And we have the boomstick pickup on Breastickle side, so they will both have boomstick.
So at this point, Crimson, you have to imagine he's in go mode. With only 2 Triforces to go, he's got all the required items.
Got all the items.
The only exception being if we do have a raft block. Never happens, Kappa.
It's still possible, but we've seen most of the items. We do not have a raft block, because the only dungeon we have not found yet is the only place the raft can be. We just saw the white sword is in its normal location. That means raft is in. And the 2 items in 9 will be the red ring and the heart container.
Crimson finding level 9. So it is recorder block level 9.
Oh, Never mind. That's right. We did see 6, and BT already has the raft. So we have seen all the items, and we know that the items in 9 are Heart Container and the Red Ring.
Okay, so we are aware of all locations.
Now that we know all of the items, we're about 35 minutes in, and let's do the full rundown. Recorder and Lord Banana were in 1. The bow was in 2. The ladder was in 3. Wand was in 4. The magical key in 5. Raft was in 6. Power bracelet was in 7. The red candle and the magic boomerang were in 8. We know by process of elimination that red ring and heart container are in 9. The Armos item was the silver arrows. That was at the normal blue ring shop. The coast item was the magical shield, because this is a boomstick seed. And the white sword item was the white sword.
Correct. So now it's just fly for these runners at this point. We know where all the levels are. I don't know if runners all know.
I don't think both players have found all of the levels, but between the two of them, they've found all of the levels, so it's just finding the remaining levels. Ooh, overworld death for Crimson.
Where every location. And that could become an issue with his only having 6 hearts. If he decides not to go for blue ring, or dig 9 for the red ring.
Yeah, and this is second quest, so there will only be one large secret. Now, I haven't seen if either of them found it yet. I didn't see that, but did we get confirmation that Whistle goes to old spots?
Well, I wasn't paying it. I wasn't able to see it. I know BT was just at Second Quest Vanilla 3, and I don't know if he whistled there.
Okay, yeah, we're getting. Yep, this is a whistle. Oh, right, that's a blocked spot. Ah, yes, I didn't see the entrance to 5. Recorder was required. So, level 5 was under one of the second quest recorder spots, and level 3 was under one of the second quest only power bracelet spots. So, knowledge of second quest was definitely important here, but these are 2 very experienced racers, so they, of course, would have no problem with that. But we did see some races early in the tournament where one racer knowing second quest better than the other one made a big difference. Okay, so there's the bomb upgrade. It was only 94, so it wasn't that much cheaper, but they're not going to be buying bomb upgrades. They both have the boomstick.
Boomstick too strong at this point. You don't even bother, especially considering that I don't know if the runners have found the big secret yet, and if either one of them decides to go for blue ring, although at this point I think they might just opt to taking an unfortunate death in level 6. Crimson's able to find the Triforce and get out of 6 quick here. Already with the lead, could be a big break for him.
Breastickle finds the any key, so he will have nothing to worry about in 9 either. And of course, there's Crimson picking up the raft.
Now, of course, with Power Bracelet being required to get into level 3, BT needs to find the Power Bracelet, which, refresh my memory, that was in level 5, correct?
The power bracelet? Power bracelet
Yes.
was in level 7.
Level 7.
And yeah, I'm seeing on the tracker that BT did not pick up the Triforce when he was in. Is it a was it a ladder block?
Okay, so I did not see. I'm having a.
I do remember seeing that compass get him get blocked out of that compass, but that wall won't bomb, so that's not a ladder block. No, I was saying yeah, it's looking like he could have if he had done 6. We're seeing in the chat he just didn't do 6 because of how early it was. So BT has gotten the Triforces out of 1, 2, 5, 8, and 4. It is looking like unless there's a ladder block in 9, ladder might not be required because it is easily possible that 3, which has the ladder in it, could end up being his last dungeon.
I appreciate that, CCX. I was having some issues with the stream. I'm back up now. We see Crimson picking up a potion.
I have them all the time.
And that is a big find that he was able to get that potion. I don't know if he has the letter, our containers, and no ring. Even though it is a 0 HP seed, you still want to be careful and not try to tank level 9.
Yes.
You don't know if gaming is required. And again, I believe it was mixed HP for the bosses, correct?
Correct. Because I believe we saw a 7 HP Aquamentus back when Crimson still had the wooden sword.
Aquamentus has been working out. We'll have to see if Ganon indeed has been to the gym, as BT and Crimson on the same screen at the exact same time. A little high five from our runners.
Yep, and Crimson will find his way into 8 very soon.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. We're still good, and we have Crimson into level 8.
All right, so Crimson into 8, and with the ladder, he should be able to fully explore it, but he's not going to like the items he finds if he decides to dig.
I don't see why he would at this point, unless he thinks maybe Red Ring is in here.
Which is possible, because we did find the silvers outside of 9.
Actually, with how many deaths he's been taking, even the heart container would be something he'd like to see, though he wouldn't go digging for it. And he won't find that in here either.
Crimson's best bet is just to get the triangle and just get on to 9 at this point. You can't waste time for health.
BT has found level 7.
Unfortunately for BT, he'll have to dig 7, but he is headed in the right direction, and I believe this is the power bracelet room right here.
Yeah,
if I'm not
right
mistaken.
there. He took the right path right away.
So good luck for BT. He gets the power bracelet, so he'll be able to uncover level 3.
That could help him make the comeback, as it were, because Crimson did spend a lot of time in 7. He's still got the lead, but a quick 7 would definitely help.
For a big break for BT would be if Ganon is required, or we end up with a trolley 9 like we had in the last seed, where you've got to take multiple staircases to get to either Ganon or Zelda. Growing for Crimson, and if he's able to get the triangle and get out of 8 quick to 9, and if Ganon isn't required, this seed could be over very quickly. And he does have the compass, so he should be out of level 8 here in a matter of seconds.
And there's Crimson with his 8th Triforce. He will whistle to... Where will he whistle to?
BT picking up the compass.
Whistles
So BT...
to 2, realizes that whistles go to the vanilla dungeons, and whistles to 1 instead.
BT had a really nice level 7. He should be out of here shortly. And considering what level 7 can do, this was a good break for him to have a very quick 7, considering that the item in 7 is required to beat this seed. So Triforce, he'll be out of here, and hopefully for him, he'll be able to find level 3 quick, because that's his only chance of really getting back into the seed as Crimson heads into level 9 with everything he needs to beat this seed. So
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see whether or not Ganon is
I
required.
had noticed that 9 was also under a recorder spot. So 2 dungeons under recorder spots and 1 under a power bracelet spot. So yeah, required items out in full force. And here we have BT going into 3.
So a good fast find of 3 for BT. I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
He sees the triangle, picks it up. Is he going to go back in for the item?
I have to think BT has to go to 9. Yeah, at this point he has to.
He's
I mean,
going to head back to 6. Yeah, he's just going to head back to 6.
I mean, there's no way he knows that Crimson's already in 9.
Yeah, but one thing that he probably does have to know by this point, unless there was another item that he missed, he's seen all of the other items. He has to know that the item in 3 is the ladder.
So he's going to... Oh, he is going back into 6. That's...
Yeah,
a bad break for Breastickle.
Oh no, he has to have, unless he thinks he got ladder blocked out of 6, he has to figure that ladder is not required because he was able to get through all of the dungeons without it. And we have a Ganon. Oh! It is 0 HP, but he dies anyway.
By the way, I do apologize. I did not notice that he was missing. So, my apologies on that mission. I don't have my tracker up at the moment. So, potion, we should see him take Ganon down shortly. And at that point, it's just...
Yeah.
And our princess...
Yeah, I think he grabbed a potion from a take any.
I wonder what the sprite for... would it be Princess Zelda on the Crimson side? I've never seen this sprite set.
Yes, it would. Those don't shuffle with the custom sets. Those will be... It'll be Ganon and it'll be Zelda.
So, should be back into Ganon's room shortly. Potion at the ready. He's not taking any chances in this fight. And I don't blame him. He's got 2 of them. With low health, you just want to get Ganon out of the way. And?
Yep. Now we just need to find the princess.
Now, Ganon in his normal room, is it safe to assume that Zelda is going to... Have we seen Zelda's room in any of the other dungeons so far?
I do not believe we have, so we are looking... there she is! The shutter door opens!
So Crimson is going to be our winner in a very well-played seed.
Yeah,
a very quick
just over
9.
4 minutes in 9. And BT will go into 9 right after Crimson finishes.
Very well-played seed by Crimson. Not a lot of mistakes on BT's end, but Crimson just had everything go his way from the get-go.
Yeah, I cannot say that it was a mistake. It was just Crimson found things in the right order.
And the nature of randomizer. So Crimson's going to go on to 3-0 and is now guaranteed a spot. Whereas BT still has a guarantee to get into the race-off, but his race next week is going to be important for him, as if he will have to race off for his tournament life.
Mm-hmm. Now, Chad is also bringing up a good point. We don't know if that was the only route, but the route that Crimson took to get to Zelda was require him to cross a river.
BT has just found that room. So unless BT is able to find another route to Ganon...
I didn't see him find that room.
He was just in it. It was dark. He was unable to pass.
Oh, that dark room had the...
Yeah, it was a double moat room.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Ooh, that did not move him very far, did it?
But did it give him access to another route? And that's the question.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, and it sounds like we have Crimson in our chat.
Congratulations, Crimson, on a very well-played seed, moving on to 3-0. Your thoughts on this seed and your play in it?
It was an interesting seed, that's for sure. I mean, Second Quest Overworld, both levels under 1 under a power bracelet spot and 9 under a recorder spot, so both of those were required.
Yeah, actually there were 2 under recorder spots.
Yeah.
5 was as well.
It does appear, by the way, BT has found a way around his ladder block, so he should be up to the room that contains Ganon shortly.
Yes.
And that's the nature of this seed. And BT didn't really make a lot of mistakes, but you pulled out in front early due to just good luck, finding the right items in the right order, and you played well and had the same luck. And your lead just never really shrunk. You were pretty much ahead the entire seed, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah,
interesting. Sorry, just wanted to comment. Interesting decision. Did he not hear Ganon there, or did? Because he took that staircase that took him away from Ganon, or did he just think that he was completely blocked out and didn't try heading west from the room south of where he heard Ganon?
Not sure. Maybe he didn't hear it, or maybe he wasn't in the room next to it. I'm not sure, but
he did. He tried bombing west, and he finds the red ring.
Well, that's going to help, especially with his health being low. But anyways, so you move on to 3-0. Your race next week could be big. Obviously, we don't know who your opponent is yet, but it could be big because if you're able to go 4-0, your seeding in the knockout round is going to be quite the advantage for you.
Yeah, I mean, really, I'm just glad to be 3-0 because that at least ensures me a spot into the bracket. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna shoot for the 4-0. I mean, especially after last year getting knocked out by BT and Coper, being able to beat BT and move on to 3-0, and I mean, being able to go 4-0 would be great. But yeah, as far as the seed goes, I have to say the thing that helped me out the most is I like checking the sword cave at start as quickly as possible, just because, I mean, there's a 50% chance we're going to see the sword there.
BT has found Ganon.
Oh,
With red ring and
awesome.
all 0 HP Ganon, this should be quick work, and indeed it is. He has Ganon out of the way. I'm sorry, continue your thoughts.
But yeah, when I went down and found sword, I immediately decided to myself that I was going to try to explore as much of Western Hyrule as possible since we started out on the east. So that's really what kept me over there, which, I mean, was great because it allowed me to find Bow in 2, find the Power Bracelet in 7, and the ladder in 3 really quickly. So I would say that definitely helped quite a bit, not to mention the recorder in 1.
Big find early for you.
Sounds like we also have BT in the commentator's booth.
That is correct.
Hello, BT.
Hello.
Came down to unfortunate item finds early. With Crimson finding everything he needed early, he just had a lead that he really didn't grow or shrink during the race, but you played well. Your thoughts on the seed?
I died while exploring the upper left, so I didn't get around to checking what's known as west of the river, which is where a level always is, apparently. So when I was trying to think of all the places to look for level 3, it was the very last place in the overworld I could access without a power bracelet. Or sorry, I was looking for 7.
7, yes.
7 opened up the way to 3. I didn't dig 3 for a ladder. I didn't need a ladder.
Yeah, I was saying that you had to have, by that point, realized that the ladder was the only item left.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the shield on the dock, and then I found both boomerangs, and I found the magical key, of course, when I had 9 keys in my inventory. So the seed was basically just a bunch of crap.
Yeah, and you did manage to find the workaround, because we did notice that the route Crimson took through 9 did take him across I think that darkened double moat room, was it?
I don't know what words those were. But I did notice that if you bomb left out of Ganon, the hole didn't appear until I refreshed the room, so that was kind of annoying too.
Yes, yeah, it was just Ganon, and then one room over, oh, the door opens, even though Patra's still here.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I would have just gone that way had the hole opened when I bombed it, but I went up and then back down, and then the hole was there waiting for me, so whatever.
Well, it is unfortunate you fall to 2-1, but you're still guaranteed a spot in the race-off, and then, of course, next week will become...
Yeah, no one could possibly beat my cumulative times, so that's good.
So I do wish both of you guys the best of luck. Did you guys have any thoughts, or did you have any questions for the runners, CCX?
All right, GG Crim. That was a lot of fun.
I think so. It was just it was a well-played race on both sides. I feel like it just came down to who found which dungeons first. it definitely did look like Crimson had the better early dungeons. I know BT, one of the first dungeons that you found was 8, and you found both of the items in there, and they were not so good.
No, they weren't. But I needed to dig for that Triforce anyway. I was hoping it wasn't in that Wallmaster room. I kept killing one Wallmaster, then moving on. I kept thinking that the Triforce might be in that room, but luckily it was in the very back, so I didn't actually lose any time by digging it, because I found both items and then the Triforce in that order. So I didn't really lose anything by digging.
But, yeah, it was a nice,
thank you very much,
smooth,
gentlemen.
well-played race. Thank you very much. Thank you to my partner, JSR2 Gamers, for coming in at the last minute.
Not a problem.
I think we'll wrap that up for now. We've got another